more can I say?
Top Billin.
All right, Todd Billy, know how to do something on my man Kyle Pitts, a.k.a. Checkmate, because that man had his coming out party, pause, on national TV for everybody to finally see what we've seen since Kyle Trask is in the building, all right? So we see Checkmate right here, split out wide. So the thing about him, they're moving him all around the chessboard, right? All around the chessboard, and my man cannot be stopped unless he's being held, all right? So we see him with the rhythm step right here. We got the chicken fighting stage. Look at this. He don't even want to jam. He just wants to try to get two hands on this man and slow him down because he knows he has no chance, right? Nope. Much too strong, right? So they're both chicken. Who's going to win this one right here? Look, big, oversized, overgrown Kyle Pitts. A man-child right here versus little buddy, right? So you know what's going to happen? Get off me, little buddy. Yep. Create separation, show him the numbers. Boom, throw is behind him, able to contort his body and catch the throw. Get upfield, you already know what's going on. But as always, this is not a highlight channel, this is a film study. No full plays will be shown. Stuff will be paused, slowed down, and rewound ad nauseum. All right, Checkmate is a complete weapon. I mean, there haven't been too many guys like him. I think about my man Aaron Hernandez, one of the greatest of all time to do it. One of the greatest all-time chess pieces. And guess who had him as well? That will be one Dan Mullen, a.k.a. the hacker, right? Always downloading that defensive information and getting it in. So we see Checkmate going against Derek Stingley Jr. right here. One of the best prospects coming to the SEC at the cornerback position. Look at him, split the man, right? Always look him dead in his eye. You don't want to look Kyle Pitts dead in his eye, man. It's like a pit bull or something like that. Kyle Pit Bull. All right, so check this out. Always split the man. Look at him getting outside leverage already. So he's already anticipating what's going on right here. So he better be able to flip his hips because Kyle Pitts on the end breaking route is just like a receiver. Look at the subtle move right here coming off the stem. Boom. Put the leg in the ground. Stick that foot in the ground. Whip it around. Pause. Kyle Trask delivering the delivery process, looking good. All right, on him. Derek Stingley has no chance, right? Now you just gotta hold on for a ride. Drag my man another 5 or 6 yards. Checkmate. All right, we see Kyle Pitts at yet another position, right? This time as the U player in the formation, the second tight end in the game, technically, because he's not on the line of scrimmage. Going against who I think is the best player in all of college football, along with Chase Young from Ohio State. That would be one Grant Delpit, right? Man-to-man coverage, and people were saying before in the live streams and everything that Grant Delpit was the man to cover Kyle Pitts, and I told him, no thank you. Grant Delpit is the best, but man-to-man coverage against this freak, don't even think about it. All right, so let's check it out. Out and up. Split the man. Really sell the out portion of that bad boy. Delpit kind of biting on this right here, but we know he's a very fluid cornerback or a fluid defensive back in general. So now look at him. Now he's in recovery mode, reckless abandonment or something like that, because he's like, uh-oh, got to hold on for dear life. So now he's pretty much committing fouls, right? But he's in the hip pocket of Kyle Pitts, and guess what? Doesn't really matter. This guy's just too big, too strong. Chickens, look, a little subtle push off, right? Subtle push off, right? After the chicken fighting stage. Look how much separation he creates just off of that. Goes up and gets it. What type of weapon is Checkmate, man? Some great stuff. So I don't know if you guys noticed this on the broadcast, but it looked like the hacker thought of this mid-game, right? It had zone flow across the board. They had done this before, and when they were, I think, aligned to the boundary, they sent kind of a sting blitz, right? Sent the strong safety, crashing hard against the zone action, and I think he crashed and stopped it backside, right? This time, they called a hot on that bad boy, or pretty much put a pass tag on the back of a run call just in case he did that. Kyle Trask reads it, RPO City. Got to get it over him. Big, tall Kyle Trask. Now you got Checkmate in the open field, one-on-one. Got Grant Delpit coming through. Nobody's going to tackle this guy one-on-one in the open field like that. Even Grant Delpit, right? So, nope. Get off me, little buddy. Time for you to come for a ride as well, Mr. Fulton. Good stuff by the hacker. Speaking of Jacoby Stevens, right? So we see him matched up with Checkmate. He didn't really have much to offer. Yeah, I don't know. He had a play or two that was pretty good on Kyle Pitts earlier, but nothing really to phone home about. Now we see him getting him into his rhythm right here. Vary the rhythm on that bad boy, burst it off. Now look at him, way past 5 yards, and he hasn't turned around. He's having to grab with 2 hands, and then he doesn't understand what he did wrong. So I never understood this about DBs these days, but he's pretty much riding them. And then when he gets the penalty, I don't know if you can see it, but he's like, what? What did I do? We know what you did, bro. Like, come on. All right, LSU in some type of matchup zone. Got Derek Stingley over here, although there is no receiver over here. So it's a good thing about Kyle Pitts, especially when they split them out. You can tell exactly what coverage they're in. If they send a linebacker out there or if they stick with the cornerback who's normally on that side. So once again, an end breaking route going against Derek Stingley. Split the man. This time, no leverage being given or being shown by Stingley. So it's going to be, can he get him up out of his stem, right? So we don't get a chance to see it on camera right here, but you can pretty much see the separation created. But this time Stingley's right in his hip pocket, right? That's what happens when you got a 6'6", 250-pound guy going against a kid 6'2", 190 pounds or whatever he is like that, right? Put it out there. Let my man make mincemeat of it. All right, we can see it from this side right here. Stingley right in his hip pocket. Actually, now look at this. The ball's not there. This is pass interference. He's already panicking and wrapping his arms around his waist. Can't do nothing about it, though. Strong hands, strong man. All right, so everybody was in the live stream asking me what happened to Kyle Pitts in the second half. And my man Dave Aranda, LSU DC, made a great adjustment by when he was in line, right, like he is right here, when he's the closed man on the line of scrimmage. They put Jacob Phillips over him or somebody big and just pretty much beat him up within the war zone, right? So we see right here, as long as it's within that war zone, you can do what you had to do. And look at Jacob Phillips. Just trying to beat him up and harass him. Look at this. That's barely even football, right? So MMA fight broke out within the war zone, and they threw off the timing like that. So now we see Kyle Trask not really able to get the playoff, obviously, because Florida's offensive line, as always, trash dookie. At least when it counts, right? All right, more evidence of that. Got Pitts right here, Jacob Phillips. Phillips goes about, I think, like 6'3", 6'4", 235, 240 pounds or something like that. So he's a really good athlete, one of the best out there, and a pretty good matchup for Kyle Pitts if he doesn't have to actually guard him, right? So if he can just sit here and do something like this and really mug him within that war zone, you can see where Trask wanted to go, but he's technically being held right here. So he does a good job of doing what he has to do. So Kyle Trask has to go backside, and he tries to, I think his mechanics were off for a little bit or something like that. You see him just kind of rotating. He's not driving off and doesn't have his point and shoot foot. So just kind of rotating right there, and you see when the mechanics are off, you see the ball sail on him. Too much on it, but that's pretty much what they were doing to him in the second half. So, teams are going to try to copy that. Obviously, the fix for that is to bring him out wide, because you can't beat him up when he's out wide like that. You wouldn't put Jacob Phillips and have him go out wide and try to do that. You can do that on the inside, but on the outside, it's going to get called more first and foremost. And then you just got a lot more space to deal with. And Kyle Pitts would shake his jock loose. Pause. All right, but there you have it. My man Kyle Pitts, 4-star coming out of high school. Top 175 recruit in the country. But, man, the hacker and those boys, that's what they do. They develop players. They may not recruit as well as some of these other conglomerates, but they produce and develop, I think, better than just about everyone. So I think about if the hacker had an offensive line like, say, Georgia's or something like that, what he could do. Think about what he's doing right now with the offensive line that he has on his particular offense. He's just one of the best doing it, man. Top 2 or 3, arguably the best in the country. So there you have it. If you didn't know about Kyle Pitts, I bet you do now. But as always, it's your boy Murph, the Underground King. Thank you for watching Top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.